Hey guys, let's talk about last night's episode of The Blacklist. Now, after last week's episode, I thought that we were going to get a really explosive episode revolving a lot around Tom and this mystery behind the box that's been under the floorboards of their house. The opening scene, we got a little bit of a standoff between Liz and Tom, and they were both questioning each other. He was oblivious as to what the box was all about. He had no idea where it came from. He's claiming that he has no idea what these passports are all about, where the money came from, the gun, and he's under the impression that the only person who deals with bad guys in this relationship is Liz. So Liz takes him to the FBI headquarters and to the secret underground place where they interrogate him. And we quickly find out that, he's clueless. He doesn't really know what's going on. Is this supposed to be a red herring? Is he really, does he really know what's going on and he's just lying to hold his cover? I mean, I guess we'll only find out in the coming episodes. But the story of the week leads us to this woman named Gina Zanatakos, and she's basically a terrorist. And it's some like corporate espionage thing that's been going on. And I was really disappointed with this episode. I didn't really think it took us anywhere. They made us believe that Gina had ties to Tom, which I thought was going to be very interesting to find out if that was true. And it turns out, she basically says, no, she doesn't know who he is. Tom was basically... I don't know, like I can go through this whole review and talk about point by point with how the episode went, but I don't really see the point. It really did not live up to the expectations that I thought it was going to have. The subplot storyline just wasn't great. It didn't hold a lot of weight. She was like the least villainous character that we've had on the show. And it seemed like she would have been great because she was linked into Tom, and we'd find out more about what's really going on with Tom. I mean, there was moments in this episode where Liz is confiding in Reddington, and they're having these scenes where she's holding his hand like he's the only person she could talk to and who she has to console with everything that's going on. I mean, it was so ridiculous. Like, how did we even get here? I don't know. And the episode just really fell flat for me. I did not really enjoy it. I thought it was going to be way more bang for our buck after the way it ended, and how it ended last episode. And it just really kind of fell flat. I mean, Tom ends up being released. He sees a picture on the wall, like as he's being released and he's walking through the station, he sees this picture on the wall of this guy who actually interviewed him for the job that he now has. And I guess that's supposed to lead us to more information because this person is supposed to be really bad. But it fell flat. And the only part of the episode where we still was left with, okay, so who is Tom really, was at the very end, where the people who are still watching Liz and Tom in their home, they basically say, okay, so we now know that Tom's not working for Reddington, but who is he really working for? So we're supposed to be left with the impression that Tom is still really not who he claims to be, that he's not as innocent as he seems. But we didn't really get anything out of this episode, and it was really disappointing. So that is my review of The Blacklist, and hopefully next week it turns a corner and it gets back on track with a better episode.